Compassion. While happiness comes from inner peace, refraining from negative emotions alone is not enough to develop a resilient and peaceful mind. We also need to cultivate positive mentalities and emotions. As mentioned, after the earthquake in Yushu, people offered generous help to the victims and worked together with them. In fact, what they fought against was not just the earthquake and its aftermath. They were also trying to overcome the negative emotional fallout. They were not simply building physical homes, but also a safe haven for spiritual practice. Natural disasters bring tremendous suffering, but humanity and its loving kindness and compassion can heal people's emotional scars. Even one sympathetic thought can help purify the mind and improve one's attitude. Inside all of us dwells loving kindness. The key is to know how to activate and develop this quality that brings happiness to others as well as ourselves. One effective way to achieve this is through giving. As the saying goes, giving is like offering roses to others. Even if the flowers are gone, their scent lingers. Indeed, both the taker and the giver benefit from the action of giving. The receiver is helped. The giver reaps joy and self-esteem. There are many ways of giving, one of which is the giving of material things, like the donation of goods and money to disaster areas. In fact, this kind of giving can be done by all of us. We can help the financially needy, or help those children who cannot otherwise afford basic education. One does not have to be rich to give, since motivation matters more than how much we can offer. Giving is not for show either, so there is no need to label it charity. You can walk a little further to buy bread just to support a local general store, or hire a cleaning lady so that she can earn some extra money to support her family. Many people struggle to make ends meet, but not all of them are willing to accept charitable favors. Therefore, to give others an opportunity to support themselves is, broadly speaking, a way of giving too. Apart from material things, we can also give time and energy to people who need help. Many people work as volunteers in disaster areas, taking care of the injured and helping with other matters. In normal circumstances, our society also needs similar volunteer services, such as helping orphaned children, people with disabilities, or those who are elderly, lonely, or homeless. The problems our world faces are not only poverty and hunger, but also loneliness and apathy. Another kind of giving is the giving of the Dharma. It refers to any action taken to benefit people through the teaching of Buddha Dharma. Accordingly, the giving of the Dharma also includes teaching others to be kind, inspiring and encouraging people who are experiencing difficulties, and helping people to be more loving, positive, and responsible. Through giving, we no longer cling to things so tightly, nor are we so self-centered. To our amazement, giving actually brings us a sense of abundance rather than depletion. Since the idea of giving is to learn how to let go of our attachment to a self in order to help others more effectively, it's important for us to have an altruistic motivation. If we are motivated by the drive to compete or show off, the act of giving will reinforce our attachment, and the joy and self-esteem we get from giving will be limited as well. Many of us feel what we have and do is never good enough. This kind of sentiment gives us a strong sense of deficiency, and it is particularly prevalent in big cities, where people are beset by anxiety and discontent. While the underlying reason may be complex, I believe some seemingly simple solutions can help. Learning to appreciate ourselves is one way. When we are down, we should think that we are not the only ones who are miserable, and that we still have much to be grateful for. Thinking a bit more about our blessings can help lighten our mood. Optimism and contentment are the two important mental qualities that we need to cultivate. They make us feel grounded and positive in a living environment filled with pressure, choices, and temptations. Mental adjustment has never been easy, but we should make an effort because it is necessary for the happiness of all. Sometimes our misery is imaginary, and the actual circumstances are far less discouraging. However, it is necessary to learn forbearance even if faced with daunting challenges. That is, we should not be fearful, but patient and courageous, and stay kind and compassionate to people around us, including those who may hurt us. Forbearance is often associated with willpower. Certainly, strong willpower can help us to endure tough times, but this is not the quality I am talking about. The forbearance I refer to is our ability to graciously accept whatever comes, for people who do this understand the dependent nature of all things and believe in a karmic law of cause and effect. Forbearance has nothing to do with cowardice either, as its courage arises from our inner resilience and openness to all circumstances. In times of adversity, it is best to keep a gentle and warm heart, remaining kind even in the harshest moments. There was a girl who had been buried under the rubble for more than 10 hours after the Yushu earthquake. The moment she was pulled out, she said to the rescue team, "Sorry to have bothered you. I will never forget your kindness in my life." Many people were deeply touched by her words. But some also said that perhaps this was not really what she meant, as her Mandarin was poor and she failed to express herself properly at that emotional moment. Perhaps she did not use precisely the right words, but her message was clear. She was sorry for having bothered people. At the very moment she was saved, she did not think about her own misery, but instead humbly expressed her gratitude. Thanks to forbearance, we will not fall into the trap of negative emotions, but stay sanguine and sensible. It allows us to take proper and peaceful measures to solve problems and avoid further harm. It also makes us tolerant, rational, and amicable. In this regard, forbearance means tolerance, to accept the diversity of the world. Most of us only want to change others, but not ourselves. It is therefore not so easy to be tolerant. Mental transformation is not easy either. Our habits have been developed over a very long period of time and are impossible to change in a short period. To overcome difficulties and setbacks on our path, we must have forbearance and patience. Meanwhile, always remember that our ultimate goal in life is to help all sentient beings to attain happiness and freedom from suffering. By our loving kindness and positive actions, may we build a pure and joyful heaven on earth.